Hey everybody, it's Thursday night here on All About Dota. Legion Maniac are here, and we got some drafting underway. And I tell you what, Lemon Snow Cones picked the Viper first phase, and man, I think that hero
10 seconds
is
remaining.
stupid scary right
Radiant
now.
team ban.
I
Yeah,
just think
I
him with
almost
Atos, and ugh.
almost guarantee that's not mid, too. I bet it's probably off lane.
I also think Viper's really good against Sven because he's really good at kiting the Sven, just ulting him and keeping him super slowed down.
Yeah, and who cares about his armor if you just keep him slow the whole time, right?
The nice thing for the Venge, we talked about her in the pregame show for those watching in client. We kind of agree that we don't really like her that much, but into the Viper Axe combo, it actually makes... I think those first two picks for LSC actually make her a better hero. Because she can save the Sven. So as long as she's not getting caught in the call...
Yep.
I mean, so it's like, I don't really like the hero, but the picks for LSC actually kind of make her a little bit better.
Yeah, I was actually wondering if you were gonna say that she would have been good on LSC, not in the sense that she can swap a person into an axe call with a Viper sitting right behind him too. I mean, that's pretty freaking scary too. But yeah, I agree that that's a pretty. If you're gonna save a hero, those are probably two heroes you. With a Sven, if he gets caught, he's probably dead. And even with a stun, I don't even know if 2 stuns would save him. Like compared to like if you had a Lion and a Shadow Shaman or something like that. And you really think it's an offlane Viper, huh?
I would be quite surprised if Tar played Viper. Honestly,
is Axe going support then?
Yeah, I think Axe will probably be the Echo hero.
Okay.
He's been playing a lot of those like kind of a little bit weird heroes, like the Magnus supports and things like that.
That's true.
So it kind of fits in. You could have the Viper be the support too. The main reason that you're picking him is for the Atos and his AoE, which I can't think of the name of for some reason right now. There you go. So I think the picks are probably interchangeable. I would be highly surprised if it was a mid hero. And for Glorttt, they also kind of share that. They banned out Tinker, so wanting to get rid of that Tar hero. I think you still have to kind of pick with that in mind that it could go mid, but I would personally be surprised if Tar picked Viper for himself.
Yeah, it's interesting. I don't disagree with anything you said. It makes sense. It definitely is logical for sure. I guess the other nice thing is too, if that was the original plan, you can always pivot too. I mean, that's the kind of cool thing about some of those heroes is you can mix the lanes quite a bit. There he is. I was wondering if he was gonna make it. He got past the second ban phase.
Probably gonna see a quick blink dagger on this in this game then.
I think
if you get that on him just blinking in and doing that's going to be pretty dirty.
Lifestealer sounds pretty good against Luna, though. I mean, just in my head, I'm thinking that's pretty strong.
Hero that's kind of made a resurgence a little bit in the pro scene, which might be good for both teams, is the Bat Rider. It'd be another vehicle for the Lifestealer. It's really difficult to lane against, actually, for the Luna. They don't really have good ways of dealing with it with the Viper and the Axe either, so they'd have to address that like right now. Alternatively, I think that the big reason that Bat Rider's kind of seeing a little bit of resurgence is because of Lifestealer. That lasso goes through the rage, and so it's kind of a good counter for that. I think it's situationally could be pretty good for each of these teams. I'm assuming LSC is going to pick a support here, probably like a hard 5 rubric maybe. Oh my gosh, look at that!
Wow.
So that's the Echo hero. So Aegisworn. I still think Aegisworn is probably playing either Viper or Axe.
I like the Axe Viper combo. It's really strong because you just level up that battle hunger in lane and put it on them. And as soon as they start running forward, the Viper is just going to put the poison on them. It's going to be a lot of damage and a lot of really good harass.
5 seconds remaining.
That was pretty good. I was impressed. But I mean, usually Echo
Dire
plays
team
Rubik,
ban.
right? I mean,
He hold the
Yeah.
horn of Magnus.
so you still think it's an offlane axe then?
I think so. I don't know. They could definitely. It just doesn't feel like Viper is a hero that Tar likes to play. He definitely might just take one for the team and play it anyway. But
10
honestly, I think that the Viper Axe would be pretty strong in that offlane. They're going to be going against Lifestealer plus Venge.
Yeah,
I would
mean,
assume.
Venge ain't gonna be able to
Radiant
protect him at
team
all.
ban.
Not against
They
that.
might potentially be up against a tri-lane, but I don't think you want to do that either because the Sven is going to need support into the bottom lane. Like, For Glorttt kind of have weird lane setup right now. I don't know how the supports are really going to be expected to provide cover for either of these core heroes to farm. Sven probably going to go that utility build. I mean, either him or the Magnus or both need to go a Blink Dagger, but I just don't know how you find the farm for that. And for Glorttt, they need a mid hero that can potentially go up against the Viper. They have second to last pick, so they have to consider the Viper potentially going mid or potentially not. That's why they're going to I would assume, take a long time with this ban, really consider all their options. I think it's dangerous to assume anything for LSC right now, but we'll see.
Team
I
pick.
think For Glorttt could just take the Queen of Pain here. Just usually a really good matchup no matter who she's against for the most part. It just kind of adds another vehicle for the Lifestealer who doesn't need to farm up Blink, just has that built-in Blink. Also add to the
10
burst
seconds
ability
remaining.
that they would have.
5 seconds remaining.
I mean, if they do go Queen of Pain, is that going to be too greedy? Can LSC punish that?
I honestly think Queen of Pain is probably their better option right now. It's going to be a hero that can create space. It's a lane dominator. One of the few heroes that can go against the Viper. Most Vipers aren't really going. Most Vipers are leveling that Nether Toxin and the passive is kind of annoying for the dagger, but that
Dire
leaves
team pick.
poison attack cannot level. Then ooh, okay. This
That
is
seems
super greedy. Yeah.
Apparently I didn't get the hero right, but I got the amount of greed right, I think.
Yeah, like I think Quap would have been pretty stable, pretty safe. Morphling is super greedy.
Oof.
You're essentially. I think they're assuming that the Viper is not mid.
And I would say
Because Viper should be able to go all over. Okay, Venomancer is a nice counter pick here as well. I bet that's the Tar hero. Yep. Good damage over time. That ultimate is really going to hurt Morphling. I like it quite a bit. I like the heroes of Glorttt like independently for the most part. I just feel that there's very little synergy in this particular lane setup. So I'm going to give draft edge to LSC.
Yeah, I agree. And I think you're 100% right, Legion. Hashtag Tar don't play no Viper.
Yeah, it just seems like it's definitely not his playstyle.
I think you could say that with Tar don't play no Crobulus.
I don't think any mid hero particularly likes those heroes, though. Like, nobody mids are typically pretty flashy, unless you're I mean, there are a couple that are like pretty stable, right? Like Fada, it's like he's not flashy. He's just super stable, good at winning. Those super stable lanes, just getting the farm and doing the things. But most mids are flashy. They want to jump around. Veno is kind of one of those heroes. There's a little bit more going on with the Veno than the Viper.
Jump around.
Prepare
Didn't think I was
for
gonna need to
battle.
use my own camera. I wasn't moving it first, but no.
Dota TV bugs. The things that have been here for 10 years and
I
never
am
been
definitely,
fixed.
Unfortunately, having Dota TV problems, so I will cut to the title screen and hopefully remember to come back.
And so we will have Radio AD2L here on the AD. I'm going to go with that. I don't know where I was going. Yes, he is. All right. Interesting. I mean, I think so. So the idea is that you just want the buff, right?
Yeah.
So he will probably try to go for a Blink Dagger. I would assume like a Mana Boots into Blink Dagger type of build. Get that that Stormhammer Warcry spam going on and just kind of leap into your death. This is going to be a really rough lane, though. They're going against an off-lane Viper and a support Axe as double melee. Like, these two heroes can just walk in and... If Ziggy gets the poison attack, he can just orb block while Aegisworn runs at people.
The battle begins.
Surprisingly, okay, I was going to say, surprisingly, Aegisworn's running away. They do get the bounties split completely across the board, 2-2. They invaded bottom. Ziggy, actually. Oh my goodness, yeah, he is... I don't know what's going on, if that was like miscommunication or what, but that Viper took a lot of damage. Gonna have to use some quick tangos to regen back up. Honestly, he should probably just salve and ferry another one out. Mid lane is going to be pretty interesting. I have to say that I think that the Venomancer wins this lane as the... Oh, yep, I just saw that on the minimap. Echo wasting the TP top lane. Feels bad.
Oh, classic Echo. Classic Echo.
Yeah, not sure what he was trying to do there.
I think he was trying to plant the ward. His hotkeys probably just too close.
That ward is there because they already had theirs down and saw him in those trees, so they should know it's in this area.
I will say I'm still getting used to the extra TP slot. Sometimes I accidentally hit the wrong key too. So.
Yeah, mine's right next to my first inventory slot. So then they're done that.
Yep, me too.
Well, he's next
The
to
worst
me,
is when you kind of have a half panic and then you not only use your item but then you use your TP and you still die. I'm like, oh.
But Sakuya, you never panic at Dota.
Never.
Never seen it. The lane's pretty even, honestly. A little bit of Radiant advantage for the moment, but I would expect that to kind of level out. I really think that this safe lane is going to be really bullied back into the tower. It's going to be tough for them.
He has no regen.
Oh man, Tar's diving.
Yeah. And the mid, so
he did not de-aggro the tower. Took a couple pot shots.
he took, but the Sven almost dies as well. 100 HP onto the bottom lane. This Lifestealer needs to start eating these tangos. He's got 5 of them. Needs to get those on cooldown. Wasting a lot of time there. He's got a Fairy Fire as well. Probably should just share one to his Sven so the Sven can stay in lane. That or the Sven needs to just go home. He's pulling out 2 salves with the couriers mid. It's gonna take a long time. Yeah, he should just. This is a lot of wasted time. You just need to TP back in this situation and then run into the lane. Like, you can just be the courier. Invis rune picked up by Tar.
That you don't want to leave the lane, but there's no point in staying in the lane when you have to stay this far back and you can't really accomplish anything. And you're just gonna get bullied back even more.
Does give that Warcry aura to the Lifestealer, but there's really nothing that he can do about it. Level 1 open wounds is pretty terrible, and honestly, I'm pretty surprised that he got it. With the magic damage that's coming out between the Battle Hunger and the Poison Attack, that Rage seems like a much safer bet. I think that you want to kind of go 1-2 build here in this lane, but going for the open wounds, going that greedy, want to be aggressive, which is a good mentality to have in lane, but I just don't know how you can win this lane.
Ooh, hits the axe.
Oh, Tar.
And man just gets slapped around.
Tar took some damage from the creeps, and then an adaptive strike took him sub 100 HP. Courier just brought him a salve.
Already stacking these camps right off there. Got a triple in one and a double in the other.
Man, I have terrible 90s music stuck in my head, and I have no idea why.
So the Morphling is going to take a bit of his Gale, and then Tar's going to trade hits, but the attribute shift is keeping him toe-to-toe there. He's just fine. He will have to back up. Oh, maybe not. No, we just got a salve. He's going to shift down and salve. Didn't see what got delivered. Bottom lane, Aegisworn interrupting, a little bit of jungling going on here. We'll get stunned up, but not really much follow-up for it. It's basically giving the Viper a free lane. So you're taking 2 heroes in your safe lane in order to farm an easy camp while your off lane, the opposing off laner is getting free farm.
Uh-oh.
Feels
Tar
bad.
got cocky. Ooh, no, but didn't want to shift and... Oh, no mana anyways, so I guess he's... Boys, mid laners, neither of them have any health.
DD rune bottom. Tar did spot it out there. He just went back up towards the lane. Probably hoping to get his bottle before he goes for that. Oh.
I knew he was gonna.
He got the greed. He saw the attribute shift, and he's like, "Oh, if I go up and attack him once or twice, I can kill him." But had the mana for that adaptive strike.
That was first blood too, so that was a pretty nice win from Morphling.
Yeah, and I'm really surprised at how well this Morphling is doing in the lane. He is crushing it right now. Top of the leaderboard, 20 and 6 CS. Tar about half that. So
Gonna get a bunch of bottle charges here to heal up too. And the DD.
Oh, look at that.
Gonna help
Yep.
a lot.
that DD that Tar wanted to save is now in the Morphling's bottle.
He's
And Sven is rotating around as well. Has a Stormhammer. Gonna throw the ward up. He's gonna disconnect, and assume we get our competitive Dota pause. As the Magnus top lane is about ready to die, Braxis has a loose beam in 3 seconds. He actually probably is okay. Maybe if he attacks, I don't know where that skewer should end pretty soon. If he attacks the wagon, he might be able to get this. So let's see if Braxis goes for the next level play. Because I think that's what he needs. I don't know if he could keep up with him for the Lucent Beam. Attack the wagon. No, he didn't go for it. Boo! Attack the wagon, Braxis. You had that. In the mid lane, the DD is activated. Now he's going to move forward there, the waveform, and then there is a Stormhammer to finish it off. Tar dies a second time, and LSC feeling a little bit behind the gun right now. Feel they should be winning 2 out of the 3 lanes at least, and instead
Just got
losing them.
Nice level and a half on Tar now.
And that gets super dangerous. The higher that is, the Morphling is not a hero that you want to get ahead. He's just going to be able to. He's got Morph up now, so he can throw the poison onto the Veno. That's going to feel real bad too.
That sounds like a almost death guaranteed.
Arhamora sees Echo,
Uh-oh.
but actually, nice stun the waveform over the cliff there. With Adaptive Strike, not going to be enough to kill him. Oh, but he morphs into him, and the Fade Bolts, well played by King Arbiter, pick up the 3rd kill for Glorttt.
Nice play. I think even Echo would be proud of that Rubric play.
So you can say that Morphling stole a spell from Rubric.
Oh, a little beeping action going on there. Tar fired all of his stuff into Morphling. They're going to throw down his ult too, but the Morph is going to come up. Unfortunately, that means his attack is almost nothing. He's going to start backing up. He's still got the ult on him.
I should be careful because he can. Okay, so doesn't have enough shifted for damage.
I thought maybe he'd get the stun though, and that would allow him to debuff and go back in.
Yeah, I was.
Didn't quite get there.
It's pretty close though. I mean, Tar's
Oh, now we got the Sven coming in from behind here. Stormhammer, Adaptive Strike, another death here. We're the mid laner of LSC, 0-3 and not quite 8 minutes. Not the feeling that you want to have as the mid laner. The good news is that Ziggy and I don't think so. I think he just walked up past that ward.
There's 2 wards there too, so
Yeah.
I was literally about to say I think Lsc need to put some wards around this Veno, but they've already done that. So.
It's really easy as that mid laner though, especially when you're struggling a little bit to get that tunnel vision. And in that case, you got to really rely on the supports to be watching that mini map and pinging that out for you. Because you're just concentrating on trying to get away. As he's going to get stunned again, actually. Now here comes the Morphling. Axe is there to get the call off. Might actually be able to return this onto the Venge. Who's, going to die to a Fade Bolt. Now Stormbolt onto the Axe. They're not going to get anything in return. Tar going for this Morphling who just throws his spells right back at him. And looks like Tar's going to take his 4th death right here. King Arbiter is dominating. Another call. Echo is there for support. The stun, the strength stun onto Aegisborn, pushes him out, and resets the fight. 5-1 now for Glorttt. They are taking control of this game. Still only a 1k gold advantage, so it kind of can be tilting if your LSC don't die as much, but in the grand scheme of things, it's not a huge deal.
We'll move over to the net worth just to take a look at that, and the Morphin is got a nice lead so far. But
this Venge is doing a really good job of stacking for him, though.
I mean, I guess we didn't really talk about that. Like, I mean, Venge has probably got the ultimate and then stacking, right? Those are her two best abilities, in my opinion.
Rotation is coming up here. Rubik is TPing right into the two support heroes for Glorttt. There will be a first stun, a second stun to Scream. Now more TPs are coming in. 4 heroes for LSC have arrived. Yeah, I don't know if this rotation is worth what they're getting out of it. They're going to kill a Sentry Ward and a Vengeful Spirit. That took at least 1 TP. I want to say 2.
It's giving time for this Lifestealer to catch up.
He only got a total of 300 gold out of that.
And I like what the Lifestealer's doing. He had a rough lane, so he's avoiding the Midas Radiance build-up. He's just going to go for that Armlet. I would still kind of assume that the Radiance would come next, but yeah, it's much too late to go Midas. So he's going to go the safer combat build. As King Arbiter goes again, Veraxis is going to get a kill with the Eclipse in the top lane as well. And now Arbiter in a little bit of trouble. He's going to activate an Invis Root, but unfortunately there's a Sentry Ward right there. The stun from the Vengeful is going to allow him to kill the Sentry Ward and push Tar back, so this Morphling won't even die. Ends up being a 1-for-1 across the map. Lots of action in this game. Almost a kill a minute. I also wanted to point out that Ziggy not going for that Atos build. He's going to go more of the classic range build, getting a Dragon Lance.
No Rod of Owie? Oh man.
Yeah, I think you're right though. I think that item is super good in this game.
Oh yeah. I'm a big fan of that on Viper.
Oh,
I don't know.
Lifestealer.
I think the reason it's so good is like, I mean, it stops the Morphling from moving. He can't use his abilities in it. If Magnus gets a blink, he can't do it. I don't know how it works with Rage. Rage might be able to get out of it, but...
Oh, wow. The Luna going down to the Lifestealer, that was a little bit odd, as Veraxis just kind of let the Lifestealer walk up to him and hit him, and then an Infest Bomb into the creep kills him.
Veraxis did almost no damage to him.
Oh, he's gonna lifesteal pretty much everything off of him as well.
I'm not seeing any of this. I'm looking at other places and all his actions going on.
I'd like to take this moment to excuse our noob cameraman. We don't pay him a whole lot, so he drifts in and out, you know.
I was thinking of those 90s songs, and man, they're bad. Man, if anyone ever gets like Planet Earth music in the 90s and judges our race and culture based on that, we are screwed.
We got the multiple tips there on misclick and not misclick. So Brax is trolling his or getting trolled by his own teammate as well.
I think this Lifestealer finishes up this Armlet and hits these stacks. There's a 4 stack in the small one, a 3 in the big, and then a 3 in the ancient, and it's gonna just accelerate his farm so much.
Trouble.
Yeah, he should be okay. I don't know. As long as he doesn't get too greedy and get open wounds. A little surprised that King Jishba has only gotten 1 level on open wounds. I still feel that you only need 2 levels of feast, like no matter what. I don't.
It's not a huge increase, right?
It's another percentage and a half over 2 levels.
Yeah, I think 2.25 is fine.
Especially like if you're considering like what you're getting out of open wounds, which is 50% more lifesteal, and the cast range is really big because Lifestealer is not like the fastest of all heroes. They are rotating on mid, the supports for Glorttt. And now they're actually TPing up to the top lane here. They want to go for the Luna. We'll get Lucent Beams, but the stun is still there. Open Wounds is going to be available. Ultimate comes out from the Sven, and they're just going to chomp through this Luna, though she has almost no chance here. Maybe the Juke's coming out here. King Arbiter picks up a kill in the mid lane. bench stayed in there
Oh
for that.
my
Oh my
gosh,
goodness.
he got away. What a juke
I
play.
didn't have enough mana for a second stun.
I still think,
Meg's gonna
man,
go
that
to
was.
the
He's
bottom.
gonna go toe-to-toe with his Magnus now and have zero problem with getting the
Easy
kill.
for me.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
Tar will go down into the mid lane while that's going on as well. So across the board, 10-4. This Morphling 702 right now.
Dire's middle tower is under
He
attack.
is fat. So Yasha completed and on the way.
Oh, I thought he was getting a Lincoln Sphere and I was about to have to put us on
I
pause.
thought it was
Bottom
at first
tower
too.
is under attack. Dire's middle tower is under attack.
I don't know, like, Lsc Veraxis in the top lane here. He's going to throw out the Eclipse, but the Rage is currently going, so none of these beams are going to actually hit onto the Lifestealer. The Infest Bomb is there. One more auto attack will do it. Is he fast enough? He needs to can't quite get there. 13 move speed is the difference, and now that's slow with the Poison Sting.
Oh,
Veraxis, you don't want to do that, my friend. Okay, yeah. He got a little greedy. He wanted to go back in for maybe the Lucent Beam. He's got enough mana for it in 2 seconds, but Tar is just going to have to chase this Lifestealer. The pings are coming out for it. They want to go for this kill, but I don't think they can get it. He's running to his teammates right now. They overextend here. They're going to give 2 kills away. Veraxis, he is recognizing that this is dangerous. He's got the mask. He's just going to stay and farm. So this is why I think Lifestealer needs phase boots. He went treads in this game.
I mean, isn't
You got to go that kind of
Rage?
old school race card build.
Isn't that Rage Euphoria for getting you the attack speed? I don't know. I guess it's okay to double up ability sometime, but I don't know if I try not
what?
to do that.
I don't understand what your
Rage increase your attack speed?
attack speed, not your move speed.
Yeah, but like that. So he got treads, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, isn't that treads and rage kind of do the same thing for you?
I mean,
I know it.
yeah,
I
but
know it
attack speed
increases
is.
it, but
You can never have too much attack speed, though. I mean, I think the reason you get phase is not because it doesn't have attack speed; it's because you just need to be able to move.
well,
You get
I know,
kited
but like
too
that's
easily.
what I'm saying. Like you already have an ability to give you attack speed. Wouldn't it be better to have an item to boost your movement speed and give you the phase?
Radiant's bottom
Does that make
tower
sense?
is under attack.
Yes. I mean, yeah, it does make sense. Treads aren't as good as phase boots, but I think that the reason that they're not as good is because the move speed is more important than the attack speed.
Yeah.
Not because you get attack speed from range.
Yes.
Like, I don't care about that. Like, even if Rage didn't give you attack speed, you would still need the move speed more than you'd need the attack
Radiant's
speed,
bottom tower has been denied.
in my opinion.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that. I just
Tsar might be in a little bit of trouble here. Echo is going to come here. He does get the lift and the attack, or the spell steal. Now he might try to go toe-to-toe. The Morph comes here onto the Echo. He's just going to get the kill. Now he's going to strength shift. Wants to go forward onto Tar. Shifts back into the Rubric for the moment. Tar trying to just juke through the trees.
Oh.
Ace Rune will be activated, and the Morphling will just walk away.
Well, Echo definitely did his job there. Protected Tar from dying again. This Morphling just continues to grow out of control, though. 9-0 right now. Oof. 8,000 net worth. Gonna have his ultimate orb pretty fast, and that will give him ability to Manta style out of things.
And one of the top lane stacks did get cleared. I didn't catch who that was.
That was Lifestealer.
Okay. He's got the full armlet going for that Radiance, like I said. Pretty
Dire's
standard.
top tower is under attack.
LSC's having some problems farming, though. Like, Ziggy's their top net worth right now.
I do think that the later this goes, the better they feel about
Top
things.
net
Oh,
worth, he is in all sorts of trouble. Kind of an awkward swap, but it does not matter. He is going down. Going down to the drink. Immediate smoke up from For the Glorttt. I wanted to say For
Radiant
Glory,
are scanning.
but I know that's not it.
They're rotating to this jungle, but everybody's going bottom to defend.
and the Magnus is just gonna walk away as well, about 200 gold away from his Blink Dagger.
He's quite a bit ahead of Aegisborn on his Blink Dagger. Aegisborn is only at 1600 right now.
Yeah, I thought the Sven was a little bit closer to his. It does have those mana boots that I was talking about. You'd be able to just spam out the spells.
Should be a pretty easy top tower, I think.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, they can just get 2. I don't think you have to fear anything. Double damage is pinged out by the Glorttt captain,
Who's their
Dire's
captain?
structures are fortified.
Armora. At least that's how I'm gonna say it. I don't know if I'm wrong.
Top tower has
Armor.
fallen.
Angrily
Does
at
that-
me.
Does that sound? That's from something, right?
I don't know. He's one of the big wigs at AD2L.
Oh, I thought it was from.
Atos is going to be picked up here pretty soon here from the Viper, so went that early Dragon Lance to get the extra range and tankiness. Going to go back for the Atos now. He just won about 500 gold from his Blink Dagger.
Going down pretty here shortly.
Yeah, that DD was very fortuitous for Glorttt.
That's pretty scary if you're LSC.
It's still only a 5k gold lead just because they've only taken 2 towers, but it feels like for Glorttt is quite a bit further ahead than that. I think they feel very comfortable with the pace of the game right now.
Morph's found a big old stack. Num 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 num.
Yeah, even more gold going out his way. He's got this Manta. I would assume Scotty is going to be next.
I mean, he's only got 600 health, but he's hitting for 300. Oof.
Yeah. Yeah.
This Life Stealer's almost at his relic too.
I think that you just if you're for Glorttt, I think you're pretty comfortable with the way this game's going. You get the Radiance up on the Lifestealer, and whatever morphs next item will come pretty close to that, and then you just go for the Jugular at that point.
Yeah.
But for now, you're feeling pretty comfortable.
I mean, really, Morphling's got what he needs, right? I mean, everything else that he'll have by the time Lifestealer. I mean, if he gets his BKB up by shortly after Radiance, it's just gonna be even better.
Yeah, he's going BKB, and he's halfway there already.
I love his build, though. I think his build is perfect. Like,
Yep, I really appreciate the battle builds much more than the kind of safe drag it late build, especially against a Luna. I don't think you ever really Luna's kind of like Spectre in that you don't ever want that game to go late.
yeah,
against that
especially
hero.
like if you can take a tier.
Oh,
3
swap the stuns coming out here onto the Viper. The ult coming out from the Sven as well. A nice RP onto 2 heroes in the back lane there. They still haven't killed Ziggy yet. Now Aegisworn going to come in. He's going to give the call. Nice spin. He's going to pick up the kill onto the Sven and the Aegisworn, or the Armora as well. Brax is getting chased through the trees. They're not going to be able to pick him up. So far, it's a 3-for-1. Kind of a disastrous fight there for Glorttt, as they all got very spread out. The cores, the 2 remaining
They
cores.
lost the Aegis too, so that was actually a 1-4.
Oh wow.
We're gonna get this tower, but this Life Stealer needs to run now.
Actually,
Oh, that was
Honestly, I bought that.
yep. He's gonna go for it. Nice armlet toggle into the middle of that thing. This nice save with Aegisworn.
almost.
Not gonna
Still-
get the dunk, but actually works out better for them that way
Yeah.
because that means the Luna gets the kill. Yeah, I think if the Morphling stays there, they might be able to get that kill, but he also might just die. So it ends up essentially being a team wipe if it wasn't for the Aegis. Yeah, that was
I'm not really sure. I guess
very
I was
questionable. I
trying
think
to-
that you just wait for the Radiance. Like, you had another, like 3.5 minutes of Aegis timing, and you force that before you have this really important Lifestealer item.
I guess I was really confused. Like, did Venge just see an opportunity and throw the ult and expect to get it? Is that kind of what caused that, or?
I think they maybe thought the Viper was alone. Because the 2 supports went onto the Viper and then kind of got isolated. The 2 cores kind of ran after that, and then they went after the Luna, and Magnus kind of got left on his own. So the fight was kind of broken into 3 parts.
Yeah, I couldn't really honestly pay attention to it. There was too much stuff going on,
Radiant's
just
top
trying to
tower
keep the
is
camera in
under
position.
attack.
I just was shocked when I looked up and only Lifestealer was around the corner. Because I mean, at first it looked pretty good. Like, they just didn't burst down
Radiant's
Viper near
top
fast
tower
enough.
is
I'm not
under
really
attack.
sure why. Like, was it the Viper
Dire
being a
are
little bit
scanning.
tanky?
Yeah, the Viper's just tanky.
Yeah.
Like, he's got 1600 health plus the corrosive skin, and it's a 5 support Venge, or I don't know, however you want to call that. They're both equally poor. I think it was just not quite what the fight they wanted to take, and not at the timing they wanted to do it. This Viper, or this Lifestealer, he's got Radiance now.
I'm actually surprised the Venge went for the Rip Magic resist over the Wave of Terror armor.
And the Morphling's got the BKB. See, like, this is what I'm talking about. Like, you just lost a fight, like, and you got your item timings a minute later. If you just wait that minute, get those items,
Radiant's top tower
then you
is
have
under attack.
Aegis plus Radiance plus BKB.
And even if Aegis ruins in the fight, I think it's still worth having that item. I mean, you claimed that earlier, Aegis. It's more of just safety on farming more than a need of taking of an objective.
Yeah, the taking the objectives, they still would have had, like, a solid minute and a half. I don't know. In the grand scheme of things, it's not, like, the biggest blunder we've ever seen, but it is a pretty significant tactical advantage when you're up to give 4 kills and an Aegis away. Like,
It was a decent swing in the net worth chart, too. Our production's really gone uphill. I can turn on the charts and the graphs perfectly, and I won't get them wrong anymore. It's pretty amazing. It's prod magic. Instead of having to
Luna
all the buttons.
basically has the Manta. The recipe's shipped out to her right now. She just has to go to the secret shop.
They're all gathering down here. Are they gonna try to take? Oh, I guess that tier 1's still up.
Yeah. I think they're just going to trade. Luna's positioning to take the tier 1 top.
Wow, I can't believe these tier 1s and these lanes are still here.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
It's been it was like a really aggressive game for a while, and then it all of a sudden became super passive. Both teams wanting to farm. Oh, nice break. RP on the 2. Lifestealer in the middle. He gets lifted up. The ult comes out from Tar, but now what can they do to follow? The stolen RP onto the Lifestealer will stun him up. Magnus has died. They just weren't going to be the next one to fall, so it's going to be a 1-for-1. Everybody for LSC is super low. This Radiance Burn is going to be very dangerous if the Lifestealer can get near, but he's just going to back up. And so it ends up being an offlaner for the 4 support Axe. Pretty crazy fight. Like, a lot of abilities used for only 2 deaths.
Morphling just, I don't know if he had the long TP or he went to the wrong spot, but just him not getting there in time didn't really allow him to chase very much. It's a nice RP, though.
I think he just killed the bottom tower.
Yeah, okay, so he just stuck around
and then had a long TP.
Yep. It was a nice play, though. I mean, nice RP. Gotta cast something fast, though. You don't want Echo stealing this thing. And man, he gets pretty psyched when he steals those big ults. He enjoys doing that. Ooh, Sven's got.
It's kind of hard on Magnus though, just because he has some of the slowest animations for a lot of his stuff. Just takes time. That's probably the easiest of the big ults.
Oh, blink forward, the call on to the Morphling. There is a swap for safety. Follow-up stuns, and then Infest Bomb. And Aegis Warren is just dead. Now the Rage, the moving forward, the open wounds onto Echo. He will be the next one to fall. He does have a buyback. The Axe does not. This will be an easy tier 2. I'm probably going to pressure uphill. Magnus is TP'd back. No, he didn't TP back. He's just back defending bottom lane. They do have numbers here. King and Harpet are going to throw out the Fable, clear this wave, and now they're just going to go for this tower. Ziggy doing what he can to try to end this. Nice break. Okay. Good damage there between the Lucent Beam to interrupt that waveform, at least for the moment.
I really think Tar should either be backing to help or just continuing to push the lane. Because he was just jungling. I think.
I'm a little surprised that they sent the Viper back and not the Veno. With the Veno wards, seems like the better candidate to hold high ground. But they did it.
I do like how often King Jishba is using his ult, just continually using it to get around and try to find something.
Rikus, we haven't talked about this. I don't know if I've checked his items in a while. He is almost got a refresher on this Magnus.
Oh my gosh, seriously?
He is, yeah. I like it. It's kind of greed, and he could be like building. Oh, it looks like the Sven's actually going to build the Vlad. So he could be building those auras, but
I don't even think he can. You have the mana for
yeah,
that.
yeah, he does. 500. He needs 500 mana plus the refresher.
Another 250.
He's got mana boots.
Okay. Yeah, 375. Okay. Oof.
So 875.
He'll have it with
With
the mana
mana
boots.
boots, he's got
Yeah. Ooh, man.
I think you just go Force Staff afterwards to buff up your
Dire's bottom tower has
ability.
Oh,
fallen.
light tops. Luna trying to throw out the ultimate, but the Morphling's got the BKB. Now just going to turn against her, wants to fight. Raxus trying to juke through the trees here.
Oh.
It'll actually be successful. No vision from the Morphling. Waveforms the wrong direction. And not going to be able to be seen in time, so we'll farm that up. So it is an ult for a BKB charge. Probably pretty alright with that if you're the Luna, but
Tell you what, though.
still at 8 seconds.
Praxis has the slippers of agility or evade tonight. Like, man, it's like his 4th evade.
4-man smoke for Glorttt in the bottom lane. Infest into Rikus.
Ooh, here comes
The pings are there. They know that somebody's coming. They pings right on top of Aegis-Warn. Do they want to blink forward and do it?
They
do
can't.
not.
Those illusions are the illusions blocking the blinks.
Magnus was up. They just didn't want to go. That would have been too dangerous there, and you're only getting an axe if you do it. Morphling is top lane. Interesting to see if he's going to want to go onto Tar. It doesn't appear that he will. Oh my god, there's another double damage top right in front of a Roshan pit that has recently spawned. They're going to scout this out right now. Oh, it changed. Okay. Lsc, man, you watch this replay, you got to be like thanking your lucky stars that happened as it did, because that DD there. I mean, it's still going to die, but it would have died a lot faster with that DD.
Yeah,
There is a smoke onto LSC supports, but they're just looking to deward a little bit.
I don't think LC are gonna get here in time.
I don't know if they can actually fight this right now. They're just gonna go down too fast, and I don't think they know.
Roshan has
It will go down. Aegis onto the Lifestealer, Cheese onto the Morphling. This could be the cue to go uphill, or they might just choose to push out waves and try to get a pick.
Regeneration.
Luna going for the Hurricane Pike. Pretty interesting. They're all going these pikes to try to kite.
Yeah. I like it in this game just because you don't want that Sven or Lifestealer to be on top of you.
At the same time, though, I think the Satanic is probably just more value. Just,
Dire's middle tower
I don't know.
is under
The
attack.
Morphling actually went the Morph target's allies.
Yeah.
It's pretty interesting. Can turn into that Lifestealer and then just rage stuff off.
Yeah, really. I like that choice. It's free BKB.
Yeah, free BKB. The open wounds is, I mean, so clutch. 50% lifesteal on attacks. If you're the Morphling, is gonna be gigantic.
Man, it's so hard to go uphill though.
They have chipped this tower down to about half HP. They're just gonna wait for more creeps, and they can do it again.
Magnus has got a lifestealer in him.
Yeah, he's gonna look for an opportunity to find some people clumped up. It'll be up to everybody else to kind of give him the vision. Like, this Morphling should just be up onto the front
Is
line.
under attack.
Has the BKB if he needs it. Should just morph some strength and walk up there. Somebody has to be the one to walk up there.
Looks like they're
Nope.
backing
Radiant's
up.
top tower
They are
is
gonna
under
back
attack.
up.
Yeah, both their other lanes are getting pushed pretty good. This Morph's gonna have Scotty here shortly too.
Yeah, so this is just, when you want to go uphill like that, you have to be aware of where your lanes are at, and when your lanes are kind of pushing in, you have to know, like, we're on a timer, like, we have to go now, like, or we just back up and farm. They just wasted a lot of time outside there. Most of their heroes just standing around. Gotta increase that lead whenever you can.
It's not.
Lifestealer's got Assault Curus finished. It's on the courier on its way to him now.
It's not a crazy lead by any means either.
Oh no, this is a one fight game right now. Like,
I will say though, I mean, you said this earlier, man. Luna farm's pretty good. Wasn't even, I think it was like 4 or 5, and now sitting in the number 2 spot. Significant net worth advantage over Ziggy now.
yeah, and that's why I think that you just bypass the Hurricane Pike and just go for Satanic Butterfly. Who's touching you if you have those items? Morphling doesn't want to buy an MKB. Neither does Sven, or a Lifestealer really doesn't either. Like, none of these heroes really want to buy an MKB. They all can. None of them have. It's pretty quality evasion.
I don't really like the heart choice on the axe next. I think it'd be much better to go one a halberd for mainly this morph, or to go a crimson. There's so much physical damage right now.
I think the auras.
I don't think heart's the way to go.
Yeah, I would definitely agree. I think the auras are a better way. Vlad's Crimson Pipe, something like that.
Axe use this call. They want to take advantage of that? Nope.
Morph is currently the Luna.
Oh yeah, look at that. Action going on. BKB activated by the Morphling. Gonna just bounce off that Tar ultimate. Agelord's gonna jump in there and pretty much immediately die after that. We do have an RP going out, but the Viraxis ult is going down here on the backside. 2 swaps from Venge and the Luna Blast are going all over the place. The BKB is activated by Viraxis, who's gonna have to immediately buy back after he falls down. Ziggy's still hanging on the back line here. Might get the Aegis from the Lifestealer. Morphling is still beefed up and doing his thing. He's finally taking damage. No, can't BKB, it's on cooldown. Viraxis bought back and is back in this fight. Lifestealer's going to see if he can get away. He's going to have to start raging up and see if the Venge can maybe take one for the team. And it looks like Lsc are just trying to bypass the Sven a little bit. King Arbiter's going to go back in and start beating down the Ziggy with Viraxis on his butt, but will he be able to get it? He's getting kind of kited around a little bit, and he'll be lifted up and then finally taken down. And the real Lifestealer is the only one that makes it away.
Yeah, it was a
questionable choice to go in.
Very, or the Lifestealer has to stay. I think they could potentially do it if the Lifestealer stays, but they're just not on the same page. Again, communication in these is key. Like, if you're backing, you just got to get back. No save your buddy syndrome. So, like I said, or like both of us said, Skoya, it's anybody's game, really. I mean, it's only 9K at 35 minutes. You have to feel pretty good if you're LSC. Like, you know you're not in control of the game, but you know that you're not so far down that it's desperation time. And actually, the Luna's going to go for the MKB. I like this over the Hurricane Pike. He's got the Lance. Wants to be able to cut through that Radiance.
I also think the attack speed and damage are both really good on Luna.
Illusion.
Yeah. It's a very good item for her. She's going to have it really quickly, actually. Doesn't have a buyback, so it can be just buy it straight out. 600 gold. Lifestealer going to go for the Basher Abyssal next on the agenda for him. Is Magnus going for a Shadow Blade? Interesting.
I think you work into a Silver Edge. Just to, one, that Viper will be a lot easier to kill, and two, if he can get in there after the Axis calls, if he can just cancel that counter helix out.
Morphling going for the Satanic now. I kind of feel that the Glorttt heroes, somebody needs to buy a Lotus.
Yeah, that should be a Svenner, Magnus.
I love Lotus Orb. It's one of my favorite support items. I know.
Oh, we're going to have a fight here. The Morphling is going to waveform forward here, but the stun on RMR not going to connect. Viraxis is going to throw out the Eclipse. The stolen ult from Echo, the blink in onto 4 heroes, and now Glorttt in a lot of trouble. There's a Magnus all in the middle of that, but 3 heroes have already died, 2 for LSC. Morphling is going to have to just get away. Lifestealer is pretty low health inside there. Tar and Aegisworn, the deaths for LSC. Do they want to go forward here? Morphling might just have to take one. He's got the Manta if he wants to use it. Instead, just wait for him, and now he's going to switches into the Venomancer, and now the Lifestealer comes out. He wants to play. Echo's going to go down. Veraxis going to get bashed up, actually. This is going to be really close to the start. Oh, my goodness. From down, the adaptive strike. The bash for Ziggy. It's going to be a team wipe for Glorttt. The turnaround going after that. I don't think they knew that Morph was still up. He swapped to a full HP Venomancer and just turned right onto the 3 heroes for LSC. It ends up being a 3 for 5.
What a gale, too, right? I mean, hits all 3 of them, sets it up. I mean, that was just amazing.
And Glorttt don't even have to go uphill. They just force the buyback immediately. Shrine will go down.
Fight because they should have known, but they might have missed it.
Yeah, I guess, they could have potentially missed it. I wasn't watching super closely, but he was low HP and jumped in there and then waveformed back. I don't know. It's very possible that they missed it. There's a lot of tree fog up in that area. And it was kind of a chaotic, spread out fight.
I mean, man, that's exactly
Dire's
what
top
Lifestealer
shrine
loves
is
too,
under
right?
attack.
Like, fought on that little ledge right there, gets right in your face, they're all
Dire's
galed
bottom
up,
shrine has
not
fallen.
able to move around a whole lot.
Yeah, when he doesn't have to worry about people running away from him,
Oh my god,
he's
he
scary.
hits hard with Empower. Holy crap.
And everybody except for the Luna are up. They can definitely hold this for the 20 seconds that they need to. Roshan has not quite spawned, but he is going to spawn in 7 seconds. So Sven walked out 3 seconds. 3 seconds. Morph probably gonna. Nope. Maybe. I thought that's what he was gonna do too. Nope. Okay, Roshan spawned. They did miss it. They're gonna smoke up. And they're gonna go for something here. They see Venomancer into the bottom lane. Lifestealer, he's walking forward, but there is a Hurricane Pike, so there's no way there. But in the mid lane, Aegisworn going to get caught out. Will get swapped and stunned. RP onto 2 heroes from Reeks. It got stolen by Echo. Let's see if he wants to go in on this. He does. 4 hero. Nice. Ziggy's probably going to die. No, he's not going to. The Gale and the Venomancer's Nova are out. The Magnus has died. 2 other heroes are going to come. Nice call. 3 heroes have died for Glorttt. Now Arbiter, he is in a lot of trouble. Going to die as well. The Lifestealer, the only one that remains, and that's because he's not even there. He's bottom lane killing these barracks. He's going to he started the TP without the rage that allows the oh my goodness, the Atos interrupts the TP, and now he has to fight, but he might not even care. He jumps into a creep. It's an allied creep, but it is deniable now. Okay, so he's gonna pop out, and now he's gonna have to run again. He's gonna rage this time through the Atos. Rage is stolen by Echo. They're gonna move forward here, but the open wounds is there from Tar. And he's gonna get bashed up. He's just gonna die. Lift onto the Lifestealer. He turned off the Radiance. Why is this Radiance off? I don't think he meant to do that. He's got to rage 1 second. He needs to turn the Radiance back on. He's got the armlet if he wants to go. The open wounds as well. They're just gonna all die to this. The open wounds is there. The blink away. Nice play by Echo. It's because the Radiance isn't on. Finally, the Radiance gets toggled back on, but Veraxis is here. He wants to run forward after this kill. He can get it with a Lucid Beam with the toggle, but not the
and
fog.
he gets bounty runes too. Oh my gosh.
He has 9k gold right now.
If he has that Radiance on, he kills Echo and potentially Ziggy as well.
Yeah.
I don't know if he just like hit a button on accident or what, but now they found Roshan this time.
So when he was running away the second time after the fight is over, he turned it off again. And I'm wondering if like when he was running, he's like, oh, I should turn this off so I don't aggro creeps. And then he went and turned around and then fought, and then he already forgot about it.
Yeah.
That's kind of what that's what it felt like to me after I noticed that he turned it off again. It didn't feel like he missed an arm on top.
Your shrine has fallen to the ring.
I was wondering potentially if he's gonna leave this Morphling the Aegis. I was wondering if maybe he misdid it, so he wanted to turn the Radiance off before the Infest. Just like mistimed it, but I don't know. Either way, it ended up working out for him. He could have gotten a little bit more So if he watches the replay, he might kick himself a little bit, but still a good turn from the Lifestealer
Yeah.
to pick up those kills.
Knows when to go in, right? Like that's so important with the Lifestealer because it's so easy to overcommit. And both times he knew exactly when to go in and when not to go in, when to fight, when not to fight.
The two Lifestealers are here and ready to party. The rage through the break from the Morphling, who's got the Aegis, so going to be completely unafraid of this. Blink forward, the call not there. Aegisworn a little afraid, but now the real Lifestealer is going to rage through it in Atos and just go for the ranged barracks.
This is actually pretty scary. Like,
That's gross.
How do you do that? That is.
Yeah, the Sven has got the blink forward too in 2 seconds. Tar has to Hurricane Pike away. Now the lift onto the Morphling. He still has the Aegis, remember. He's going to BKB up. The Eclipse going through and not doing a whole lot of damage here. The Sven will die for this, but already Aegisworn has died. RP, Luna has died as well. Ziggy probably going to be the next one out. The Atos will stop it, at least for the moment. A nice morph into the Viper. And this Lifestealer still has a cheese available. He's going to go for it here. Potentially, no, the open wounds. Yeah, he got into Radiance range there. It ticked away his Blink Dagger, so he RP'd nothing. Tar's going to die, and I think this one is going the way of Glorttt.
Middle barracks has fallen.
Wow, that double Lifestealer might be one of the most terrifying things
Dire's
I've
bottom
ever seen.
barracks are under
Yeah, definitely not something that I had considered in the draft, but pretty gross. I also did not expect this Morphling to dominate the lane like he did.
No. Very good play from him. I mean, really him and Lifestealer. The whole team played decent, but I thought him and Lifestealer. They play those team fights almost to perfection.
Well, the greed paid off for Glorttt taking game 1.
For Glorttt! Very fun game though. I kind of hope game 2 is very similar to that. And on that note, we're gonna take a small break, and then we'll be back for game 2. How does that sound, guys? Too bad. We're doing it anyways. Oh man, we just had some beautiful Kirby soundtrack. Thank you, Kirby. And now we're back into the AD2L season something group stages. Sequoia here with Legion and Maniac, and the draft is, I would say, significantly different than last game.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think you can explain it any other way. Crystal Maiden did get banned in the last game. Looking at the bans, you will see many of the same, but the Viper getting taken out there. So for Glorttt, recognizing that that was a pain to deal with. Echo's Rubric getting a little bit of respect there with the 5 ban. Pretty cool to see. He did have some very, very quality steals of that Magnus ult. Axe comes back.
Was gonna call that. As soon as I saw the dazzle, I was like, Axe pick.
Dire team pick.
Yeah, Axe.
And then there's the Axe counter as well. So
I think that's what's kind of fun about drafts now is you can kind of. I hate playing against an Axe with playing Dazzle, but at least you can if you're confident that you think you can do it. I mean, you can bring out like a Lifestealer. Man, that Lifestealer player played.
10 seconds remaining.
He played good last game, so. I mean, so did the mid. But
Played
5
well.
seconds.
what do you think of Tree? Like, I love the hero, but I never even play him because I don't even know. Is he good? Like, I haven't.
I'm not sure. I've heard some of the pro casters talking about offlane Treant potentially making a comeback. Because, and I think the reason for that is that the offlaner is building those aura items a lot of times now, and Treant is one of those heroes that can kind of go into the off lane by himself or with an aggressive support, and just kind of do whatever he wants. Provides good sustain for the team. Between Treant and Dazzle, they have lots of heal, lots of ways for this lifestealer to stay alive. Anti-Mage is interesting. Don't see that hero a lot, but kind of like the Luna is one of those late game farmers. I was expecting... I would expect that to probably be the Ziggy hero, do you think?
10 seconds.
You think Veraxis plays the Necro, or is this going to be mid-Necro?
I think that's Ziggy's hero for sure.
So I think it's probably like a Necro Axe off lane with the CM, AM, the M's into the safe lane, which leaves Tar's hero to come up in theory. Queen is still on the board. I need something that's going to be able to deal with this lifestealer. Honestly, PA might not be terrible. This could be a good Alchemist game, actually.
And Tar plays a pretty mean Alchemist too.
I wouldn't mind the Alchemist. For Glorttt, they need a hero that can pair with this lifestealer to be aggressive. Queen, maybe? Oh, Underlord, okay. Interesting. So it's going to be a very tanky duo in the offlane, most likely, with that Tree and Underlord.
That actually sounds kind of mean, to be honest. Like, Brain of Fire, better walk out of it, and then get smacked with a tree, and then get just a little micro mobilize and have to take another second and a half.
Alternatively, they could do the thing that we always talk about and no one in AD2L ever does.
No, they don't. Those aren't a thing.
They could tri-lane, and they could send the Underlord to the safe lane and the other three off. I think that would be really good.
Man, that would be
You're going to be walking into that AM.
Think of all that heal, too. I mean, oof.
Yeah, there's no way AM could stay into that lane. You'd at the very least, you'd force a rotation. And if they didn't rotate, if they were stubborn, you could potentially get kills. I doubt it'll happen, just because, like I said, we always talk about it, and then I don't know, for whatever reason, I don't know why, but nobody in AD2L ever tri-lanes.
I also think with the tree, it gives him an opportunity. He can make a good tri-lane hero, right? Because if you want to just be around for more like body blocking and beating on things, you can throw your heal on your offlaner if you never need to. Kind of prioritize the offlaner for your heal.
Yep.
I know some trees aren't even getting a point in the invis, so you could just get leech seed in the armor, and then that provides you guys some pretty solid heal overall, plus the dazzle heal. Like,
unsurprising ban there from Lsc. The Queen, one of the stronger heroes in the mid lane right now. PA is still available. Alchemist is still available. I think you ban the Alchemist here. And I don't know if man, that's a lot of melee to pick the PA if you're for Glorttt. I still think you ban Alch. Maybe Razor?
For
Glorttt.
I think Razor would be good either way, because I like Razor a lot against Lifestealer, because he wants to get up on you. You link him, and then just like...
Yeah, the link's not very good against the AM, but it's good against basically all these other heroes. Like Necrophos, if he Ghost Shrouds and, whatever, like, you're still stealing all that damage in the meantime, and you've got the Plasma Field and your ultimate to hit him in that Ghost form as well. I think that could be a pretty decent pick. What else is available? Lina is still there. Would be a good... not necessarily counter, but a good matchup against that Necrophos. Good burst damage for the Crystal Maiden, which, as we talked about last week, received that armor buff.
You don't want to go hit physical damage during that ult. It ain't gonna happen.
They don't have really stuns either, so they need some kind of burst or stun that's going to come out of the mid. So Lina, DK might be pretty good.
I mean, really, they have a team that comes online pretty fast. I mean, with the AM, you're kind of always talking about that AM window. If they want to try to win the game before the AM window, I do think something like the DK would work out really well.
What about Huskar? They got the Dazzle. It'd be a good Lifestealer pairing.
Dire team
The Dazzle works with the Huskar, assuming.
Oh, okay. All right. They're gonna go for the pro mid Pango, or is it mid Dazzle?
Huh. I bet it's.
They could go either way. I'd say mid Pango.
I'd say,
probably.
yeah. I don't think any of these people besides Stats will work with
10
Lifestealer
seconds
as well.
remaining.
Okay, so for LSC, the Alchemist is still in the pool. I think that would be... You're not going to be incredibly scared of the Pango as the Alch. You're going to be able to see us just fine. I think the question will be, can you get online fast enough? But you have an AM on your team, so the game plan's got to be to just kind of delay.
Yeah, is the Alk too greedy with the AM?
Okay, they go for the Zeus.
Sounds pretty
hmm.
scary against a Pango.
I like the Zeus in the sense that his passive is percentage based, and there's a lot of tank going on right now for Glorttt.
Yeah, I guess I question if the Zeus can hold things off long enough for this AM. It's the mid lane and the off lane are gonna have to do a lot of work.
If it comes to it, I do think LSC has a really good high ground defense with the Zeus, the CM, and the Necro.
Did Glorttt sub somebody out? I
don't see the one guy.
I don't see the mid from the last game. I can't think of his name right now.
King something, wasn't it? Or is it? No? Yeah, it was King something. Well, if our production was worth half a damn, he'd go back and look in the replay.
That's what I'm trying to do, but the ticket is like so freaking hidden now. Thank you, Dota. Oh, there it is. I just passed it. Maybe. The heck? Didn't we just play an AD2L Season 20 ticket? And that's what we're in now.
I didn't see the ticket on the last one.
Oh, maybe they only did that. AD2L, you need to be better about ticketing your freaking games so that casters can look stuff up.
Half the time they're on the wrong ticket, so...
It's so hard to do good analysis when I can't look up relevant stats. I know that's part of that's Valve, and I know that the ticketing process is kind of a pain in the ass. But I would like to do high quality works, people. Anyway, I do believe that it's a different mid laner for Glorttt, but I definitely 100% could be wrong.
I'm 99% sure it is.
I am as well. Jishbo was the lifestealer last game.
Yeah, it was King something. I don't remember exactly what it was, but...
Well, regardless, we'll be the Pango up against the Zeus. Be interesting to see how that matchup kind of works out. I know with the lucky shot, applying that silence could be pretty crazy.
Now, nobody will. The stench of death is upon you.
Kind of like the last game, I would expect that this axe, the axe +1 lane is pretty good for LSC.
The CM's gonna get the sword right away too. Nope.
Oh.
Lots of tangos being used, just trying to use stuff. Does slightly miss that. Look at how close that is.
That is very unfortunate, right on the boundary. Looks like everything will be split 2 for 2 again.
Echo taking a lot of damage there from that poison dodge.
You know, I'm gonna focus a decent amount of cam work on the mid lane here. I'm really interested to see how this lane's gonna play out. It feels like the safe lane for Glorttt is going to be really difficult, but it also kind of feels the same way for Lsc's safe lane. Both off lanes are pretty strong, tanky. They've got sustain and abilities to kind of get up in your face and disrupt farm. I honestly don't know how the Pango matches up against the Zeus.
Oh, tree hits hard. Ow.
Tree does indeed hit hard. I'm pretty sure he is the hardest hitting level 1 hero.
It makes
Yeah.
sense. He's a giant.
By
tree.
far.
Think how hard that would hurt. That would just hurt.
He's also got like the slowest attack speed of any hero in the game.
Decent damage to Veraxis here, but Dazzle's getting pretty low as well. Not gonna
So let's have the stick.
Who's gonna get it? Oh man, 1 for 1. Now the axe, Echo gonna see if he can get a couple smacks in. Maybe get a kill, but he's gonna take a lot of tower pot shots. No open wounds from the Lifestealer, so likely to get away.
Don't chase, you can't catch him.
Oh, actually, man, Dazzle actually with a lucky.
Yeah, he should have just stayed into those creeps and got the level 2. That would have been way more value than the, what, 2 auto attacks that he got off while he was chasing.
Yeah, I mean, he's not gonna get that kill without open wounds. He's just taking a
Yeah.
ton of pot shots from Veraxis now too. Echo gonna get the battle hunger back on him, but a pretty quick fail.
Pretty instantly denied. So.
Oof. Ice chill
So
already.
Ziggy now taking quite a lot of damage. Got rooted up in the middle of some firestorm. Pretty impressed, actually, this Underlord.
Oh,
He's sticking right with his AM. He just
God,
gets
hurts.
chunked down. Underlord's got the salve. Ziggy already going to have to use his. Mid lane's pretty even as well. I mean, so you've got that off lane duel between Underlord and AM, both at double-digit CS, and then the mid laners are right within 1 as well.
The safe
Oh,
lane for Glorttt
Aegis
is struggling
Warren.
pretty hard.
Aegis Warren should have died there. Armor just got a little too far away from the tree before he hit him. Veraxis, he's dead.
Yep.
No chance. The open wounds is available. I'm a little surprised just but doesn't use it. Maybe? Okay, now he's going to use it. Echo in the middle of those creeps. Nice heal bomb is going to be there, and that's going to be 2 kills going the way of that Glorttt safe lane. And Ziggy's forced back already, too.
Raxus
Glorttt.
can take all kinds of damage. Like, look at this. He's already about to go down again. He's gonna go down again.
Yes, he is. The dieback, or not dieback, the instant death from the
God,
spawn.
that hurt.
The heal bomb, that Battle Hunger is doing some pretty good work, but Echo's still going to fall. Oh, the salve. Oh, he stopped the tail. Oh, Dazzle was not expecting him to snap him. Oh, that was... Could have been real close there.
Lifestealer can TP back in, while the other two, one Axe has to run back and then come back. And then Rex has to run back to lane.
Yeah, which makes that Lifestealer, like, especially if that Axe would have died there, actually it might be worse for him to have to run all the way home and then run back out.
Oh, pull this tree, taking a lot of damage.
Oh, tree's backing up. Gonna hop
And
back
he
in
just
the invisibility
Gets
cloak.
invis though.
But something
He's
sees
gonna
him.
know there's
Wait.
a sentry
Ward
there.
up there.
Where?
Right
In the tree.
Oh, okay, there it is.
It took me a little bit to find it too.
That was, my camera was too low. The AM.
Not gonna quite go down. Man, Aegis Warren though took a bunch of beating from that Underlord too. God, these two. Oh, nice Firestorm. Not gonna be enough to kill Ziggy, but maybe Trio.
This lane is just gonna get easier and easier for this Underlord too, as he gets more levels in Firestorm and Atrophy.
Especially if he can get some CS and get his mana boots and stuff online.
Oh yeah.
Pango's taking the lead over Tar a little bit. Got 5 CS onto Tar.
Calm down.
Kinda surprised to not see Tar just kind of bolting, trying to get some harass down. I guess he's got a full bottle and still a bunch of tangos. He's also got that full magic wand, so he's got a lot of regen still.
And you can just start spamming out these swashbuckles.
Brag's taking a lot lot of damage again.
Again, that freaking poison is doing its work. Echo's gonna play aggressive on him though, get a couple smacks in. Kind of tell that Dazzle that he is sick and tired of that Dazzle doing so much work. A little bit of a heal bomb. Maybe a quarter of his health away.
Just maybe in some trouble here though. They're gonna run at him with the battle hunger. Will rage up. Dazzle's gonna get in position with the poison touch. He's got the heal if he wants to use it. Will just get a little bit there. Echo maybe trying to go for the dive, but not gonna get it as the Dazzle will pick up that kill. They do not have the poison touch yet. Still another 10 seconds for that, but they can just run with this armor into the tower. They don't even care. The rage. One more auto is gonna do it. Nope. Oh. 2 more autos gonna do it. Now Jishba maybe in a little awkward position here. He's got the grave available. It will get used. Battle Hunger is there. He's got open wounds. He should just turn now while he's got this protection. He turned too late. He had so much time there to get the open wounds and get 1, maybe 2 attacks off. Top lane, Aegis1 maybe in a little trouble. Oh, they wanted to go for Ziggy, but he got out of the range of the trees. Oh, if he gets a root on somebody, they die. He wanted the AM, but just a little too far away from those trees.
And that sentry ward that Aegis1 placed is just doing work.
Armada knew where it was. He placed the sentry down to deward it, and the anti-mage was able to quelling it.
AM actually went the quick ring of Tarask.
This is a thing that I've seen Ziggy do this quite a bit. Actually, he'll go for that ring pretty early on a couple heroes.
Pretty good healing,
and it's pretty cheap.
Yeah. It's kind of the same concept of buying like a ring of health.
But you get that fat gold too.
Dazzle has rotated on the mid lane, wants to go on to Tar. I don't know if Tar is going to be aware of this or not. They don't have a ward bottom, but they'll know that nobody's in lane bottom. But that's been kind of the case for a couple minutes.
This is going to be a hard kill.
There's the missing call.
You're going to have to go forward quite a bit.
Yeah, he's just playing it really safe. This is worth it for the Dazzle though, because you're not really going to be doing anything when the Lifestealer's jungling anyway, so he can do that. He's got the TP if he needs to go bottom. Looks like he is going to go for this now. Regardless, he just stops that, and the silence is there. Oh. Nice ultimate coming out here from the Pango. He's just going to turn back around. 2 more autos. We'll get the kill, and Tar will go down. They still have the grave if needed, but they just force TP. Oh, silence, and now the heals. Oh, okay, Echo's here as well. So they forced TP and a rotation from the support here. Still got the kill. Lifestealer's got space now. Very good rotation from the Dazzle. He was patient. I like that. Like, a lot of times it's easy to feel the pressure. The support's like, we didn't get it instantly. Oh, CM's gonna die. He got rooted up into the Firestorm. Oh no, they didn't hit! Oh no! One auto would have done it, and he like canceled it with the attack in mid-air. That is unfortunate. Feels bad.
That creep's going for him, but not gonna happen. It's like Lifestealer's going for a similar build.
By himself, though.
Mana boots online for Dazzle.
Echo not going to get the call onto that Pango. Dazzle TP'd to try to help just in case he did, but can't cancel that and just help this Lifestealer. 920 went back for those treads. I'm telling you, Jishba, like, you played really well last game, but phase boots are they're where it's at, my friend. Where it's at.
Plus, I mean, if you could buy either one in real life, which one would you want?
Well, I mean, if you could buy any boot in real life, it would definitely be boots of travel. Like, let's be real here.
To transport to your friend that's on a small map? Come on, that's like.
So you're gonna phase through the small map. Like,
I think I could phase.
I don't know, by the same logic, like phase boots are just as useless.
I could phase through a creep.
You're gonna phase through yourself?
Oh,
okay. There's gonna be a little bit of fight here as the Zeus is gonna try to go for the rune, but he's gonna get rolling thundered up and die. Echo is here with Viraxis trying to get the turn onto the Dazzle, but the armor is there. They still have the Grave as well, but now they might just turn on this. There's a heal onto Viraxis, but the silence comes out from that lucky shot. They want to go forward here. They've got the Swashbuckle. I'm a little surprised he didn't try to go up the hill. Yeah. Now Echo's in a bad situation. He's going to go for the call. We'll get the kill onto the Dazzle, but he's probably going to... And the call ended too soon, and now Viraxis might just die too. Another Swashbuckle is there. 2 more autos is going to do the trick. He's going to go for the creep deny, and he's going to get it!
Oh, and
Zeus picks up the kill onto the Dazzle as well. So he gets the deny. They get the kill. That somehow turned out better than I expected for LSC, but still, it's a 3-for-1 exchange.
Man,
Yeah, these are gonna be easier once they hit 6 on well, they hit 6 on the axe now, but this Necro's still hunting for it.
And this Pango's top of the net worth. He's got his first Javelin and 1,500 gold in the bank right now. He's just gonna go for the Boots of Travel. He wants to be all over this map. I like the play. He was going for mana boots, but he's just like so rich that he just wants to keep it going. I was wondering if maybe he just goes for the second Javelin and goes from there, but he's gonna go for map presence. I like that quite a bit, actually. Top lane Ziggy is just taking so much harass.
If he goes top, like, these are easy kills.
I think that they're pretty okay with the way that top is going right now, though. The Underlord is actually just slightly above the AM. Oh, the root comes out here. The Overgrowth into the Firestorm. He's going to get the secondary root off the auto attack, but not going to be enough to get that kill. Axe is going to try to come up at the top lane. They need to secure some farm for Ziggy, who is just sitting so low HP.
They would have got that if Underlord had mana for his pit. Just needed that little extra root there. He's going to go for this hit on Zig.
God, it's gotta be annoying. Oh wow, he doesn't even have a Orb of Venom. He's just flat out just smacking.
And this is just space created. The Lifestealer, the Lifestealer doesn't even have a support in lane. He just doesn't even care. Like, Viraxis could go up and CS things, but he can't really do some open wounds. He's probably he doesn't have a level in Ghost Shroud. He's just gonna take a lot of right clicks here, down to half HP. But didn't even have to use the rage for that.
And that nuke for Axis is not too much back to Jish, but like it's pretty minor.
Yeah, I mean that is the benefit of the power treads, right? Is it gives you that tankiness early. Yeah, they're.
Well, they didn't have the poison on him. I think if the poison's on him, you get it, but...
Well, they throw the sentry down. I think they're gonna get it now. He walks back into there, gets rooted. Oh, he didn't throw the. He did have poison touch there. Now Aegisworn might get it though. Do they want to use it on him, though? That's the question. Okay, yep, there's the Poison Orb. Goodbye, Crystal Maiden. We hardly knew ye. Armora going to have to run for his life. He's just barely in range of the sentry. He's going to throw the armor out. Will die, but so many rotations, and now there's a Pangolier has arrived. A nice pit on the 2 heroes here. He's going to go for the Zeus. He gets the silence as well. The shield crash is going to bring Ty really low, and one more auto from the Underworld will do it. So it's a 1 for 3 for Glorttt. Oh, yeah. If he gets that lucky shot silent, actually, he might still even get it. He's got another Swashbuckle. He can go forward. No, he can't. He's rooted. He needs to go out of. Nice play. Gets out of range there of the Aegisworn ult. They're trying to go for it. The Grave in the middle of all that. The Underlord will die. The Dazzle trying to get the kill onto Aegisworn. He will get that. Just spawns into death once more.
They need to be careful because this Pango's going to go back in for this.
Oh, he didn't get the shield. He was just quite off on the shield crash. He will still get the kill there. Ziggy gonna have to run for his life.
Oh my gosh!
Wow.
What a play.
Just the very tip of the swashbuckle catching Ziggy the perfect amount of times. Oh, this Pango is making all the plays right now. He's got the bots and 1,200 gold. He can do whatever he wants to do here. He can go for the blink. He can go for a secondary javelin, basher, maelstrom, like whatever his heart. He's gonna go, for the maelstrom.
He's getting so much room right now too. Like he's almost done with his armlet.
Yeah.
Push himself up the 3rd on the board.
For Glorttt, they're feeling it right now. It was a close game for like 30 minutes in game 1, but I feel they're playing a much cleaner game here as Tar goes down again.
So
It's been a rough night for the mid laner of LSC.
Aegis, Warren, and Tar were trying to get that tree, and they do end up getting him, but boy, that Pango showed up and just...
Yeah, he's hitting really hard right now, and has finished up that Maelstrom, which is going to add even more damage.
Yeah, and he's got 800 gold on top of that, plus they're going to kill this tier 1. The fort will come out, see if they want to rotate forward onto this. The game plan really just feels like so locked into this anti-mage that just, without having 3 heroes up here, they don't have a good way to lock that in.
Even with 3 up there, they're still struggling.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
No.
Oh, well, 2 ults,
Do
they
get the
finally do
dunk
get the
on him.
Pango, and man, Echo gets a pretty nice
Gets him his
bounty.
blink.
Yeah, that was almost half of his blink dagger in one karate chop of the axe. Definitely was not expecting that many people to be there. Armora in the background. He wants to go for this axe kill. The call not going to save him. Will die to that poison. And he's just going to walk around until he fades back out and just goes for it
Oh,
again.
man. Balls of steel this tree does. It doesn't care, man. Just hangs around, and
Another sentry goes down for Aegis Warren.
he's just going to bypass it. He's not even going anywhere near. He's just going to hunt for
Yeah.
axes down.
I feel they need to just be buying dust instead of these sentries. Rax is going to just shrine it up, and he just still gets rooted. And he's just harassed.
He's gonna root him again. He's got to be
Here comes
careful.
Tar.
that he sees them.
Oh, I
Yep.
think the jig's up, guys.
Oh, okay.
For a minute there, I was
The-
like, if he gets out of this.
The Heartstopper aura is level 3, but Ziggy does go down for that. So they rotated in there to kill a tree.
Rolling Thunder top lane. Pango's doing some work. Just starts cleaning up heroes.
He's got the full stick.
Yeah. Honestly, you could probably turn around and kill them both pretty quick.
He might.
He's gonna heal up and look to go back, I think.
He doesn't have Rolling Thunder, so he might be a little bit cautious on going in there.
I just think with that swashbuckle, if you can get the silence on Tar and then shield crash him,
I
so much
think
damage.
he's so far ahead right now. He's got to just build Basher, right? Like, he's got 1,800 gold. You just go for it and just continue to snowball these kills, I feel. 3 LSC heroes have rotated into the mid lane. They're trying to find Ziggy something, anything. He's got the perseverance now, but still 1,600 gold away from that Battle Fury. He is quite far behind.
Wait a relic too.
Regeneration.
That's gonna be scary.
Pango could go the Blink Dagger as well. He's 2,300 gold.
Oh, it's
The
time to
world
let
is
it
his
snow
oyster.
a little bit. Aegis Warren gonna have Echo bring that Mora back into the snowfield.
I think if somebody's gonna get Scythe though, you don't really care that it's the tree.
Yeah, it takes 4 heroes again to get that kill. Like, they're rotating all these heroes and they're killing a tree and protector.
And how many ults are they throwing down for it too, right?
Yeah. And then one swashbuckle takes, like, almost a third of Ziggy's health.
Speaking of swashbuckle, oh, disarmed on the Echo.
This time they're going to put the Rolling Thunder through, too. Don't think they needed that, but he's going to move forward onto the AM. Didn't get the silence. Lucky shot, not so lucky there.
Spending on needs to buy something. He's got 3,000 gold. You should not be running around 3,000 gold at 19 minutes.
Yeah, I mean,
Especially at night.
And then
oh my god. Oh my god.
didn't have the help.
That was actually, I will give you that one. That one was good. That one was good. It took me a second. Swashbuckle on a Tar here. He's disarmed. He's just gonna have to run away. The Nova not gonna be enough. Neither will the Frostbite. They are gonna call with another Swashbuckle. No lucky shot procs. This Underlord doesn't give 2 shits right now. He's they're gonna head out, go home. It is going to be the Basher for the Pango here. He can straight up buy it. Get rid of that cooling. Nope, he actually got rid of the Stout Shield. Interesting. Really don't think he needs the quelling percentage, but
Dire's structures are
After this Crimson, I want to see this Underlord get a Lotus Orb.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Ziggy has made good progress in the last 2 minutes onto his Battle Fury. Explosion wants to see if he can interrupt that timing. He needs a bash or a silence or both. He just gets a disarm. Oh, nice
Nice juke.
halting of the Rolling Thunder. That was good. Recognizes that he can't hit him with it if he's not stunned or silenced.
If they could get another kill on this AM, this would be perfect, because he's almost at that Battle Fury. I don't think they're going to get it, though. They should move up into the jungle, follow
Watch
him.
out for that DD Dazzle though.
Honestly, probably hurt. Holy God, he hit hard with that.
Oh yeah, dude.
He hit
plus
for like
75.
260.
Oh, Underlord thinks he's in a little bit of trouble. Turning around back on Verax's butt. He's gonna take an ult to the face. Verax is gonna have to send himself up in the air, otherwise fire might have actually killed him. It's pretty impressive. That was through a pipe too. That's
Oh, blink forward here onto 2 heroes, the Pango and the Dazzle. They are going to have the heal. The Shallow Grave doesn't get off in time. I'm a little surprised. I think he might have wanted to hold it to see if the Pango needed it. And then it was just a little bit too late. But at the same time, Jishpo picks up a kill onto the Necrophos. Now the root onto the AM. He gets rooted a second time and will die. Nice bash in between those 2 roots.
down on the bottom line. Echo went aggressively
that
on
was
Jishpa
not a good
and
idea.
is gonna highly regret that decision.
Yeah.
And he's
Do not
got
take the
Radiance.
Life Stealer by yourself unless you have Blade Mail.
Yeah, that's not gonna
Dire's
be.
top tower is under attack.
I think he thought.
And
he
even with Blade Mail, it's going to be risky business.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
he-
He
Tar is
probably would have
fine.
got him there just because of how low he was, but
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
yeah.
Just
later
just
on.
gonna. He should. Oh, he doesn't have the invest. Just open wounds and nope, not gonna do that either. He's just not gonna listen to me. He can walk up and buy that Radiance, but Tar is in the area.
So is Verax is gonna run into a Pango. Activate the Ghost Shroud. The tree is around. Wow, somehow.
Tar, you don't wanna be
dodged
there.
that.
Oh, the Radiance is picked up. He's gonna TP. He's gonna be fine. Armora not going to be though.
I mean, we'll see how fast his feet move. We'll see how fast he is. I think he's just gonna get.
waiting
Oh
for
my
the
God!
Oh, the Pango!
Nice.
Okay, good use.
Gonna come back in there, hit with the shield crash. Here comes the Rolling Thunder, and I think he's just gonna, maybe not. He's gonna go a little bit aggressive. Gets a shield crash up on Verax. Is gonna get a. Oh my God, Verax is just.
That was such a
disappeared.
good jump from that.
Yeah, that was a really good Rolling Thunder play.
Oh, and the Dazzle mutes him, and it.
Oh,
Nice call to blink forward. Pango maybe in a little bit of trouble. He's got the swashbuckle to get back behind, and he will be fine. Echo now maybe the one in trouble. Actually, the Grave, and they're going to move back. The Underlord needs to be saved. Does they have enough here? Oh, the Pango goes back in and gets 2! The double kill, and now Echo. Oh, you did not want to do that, Echo. He is going to die as well. A triple kill for Explosion.
This Pango's so.
And now bottom lane, Ziggy's getting chased down as well. Look at the damage that he took there, 800 damage. He does have the Battle Fury, but he can't go toe-to-toe with Chishpa. The Radiance, the Armlet, they get 3 kills, 2 towers. The lead up to 17k at 24 minutes for Glorttt, turning it up.
They are at that point where Ziggy's gonna start to get a lot more farm, but is it too late for this farm to come online?
I mean,
he's
Ziggy's
running
gonna
out.
have
He's
to
running
get-
out of map space.
I'd say Ziggy's gonna have to go in their jungle because they pretty much own their
Yeah.
jungle.
Yeah, I think this is a game where you have to live dangerously as the AM, and you just have to start back cutting. You're gonna have to live between the tier 1 and tier 2s, and you don't really want to back cut because you haven't taken a single tower. It's so dangerous. There are so many places that people can TP back for you.
He just
And-
gotta stay bottom and do the farm. Like he's not gonna help for defending, so I think he just pushes.
Oh, nice call.
Nice call. Can they do
Oh, but the
something?
heal bomb.
They just weren't going to get a decent ult off, but the Rolling Thunder's there to just annihilate that. And
Oh my God.
immediately The 2 supports get deleted off the map. Firaxis is going to get bashed up. He's going to activate the Ghost Shroud to see if he can provide a little bit of protection to himself. Tar's fire and lightning in the back, but these heroes on Glorttt just don't care. Like, he's taking so many lightning blasts. Finally, he'll try to get something off, but the Grave is there, and Underlord's going to be okay. Tier 3 tower does go down from the back line from Ishba. And now they're going to start working on racks, and these racks are just going to slowly fall down. Aegis Warren's going to get shield crashed in. Tar's trying to send more lightning bolts to this guy, but the armor's there from Tree and will mitigate most of the damage. Now Tar has no mana and probably no...
Oh, you dead?
And
Glor, I am so impressed with how Glor has played today. Like, game 1, I doubted their draft. Game 2, I liked it, but I did not expect it to do this. Like, it has been very well played by them. Nice call, but can they really follow it up? I don't... You know, they can't as Echo dies again.
I mean, Echo's had some amazing calls. They just don't have any damage.
It's like Glor might just go for the win. I don't know if that's... Yeah, I don't know if they have the damage for that right now.
They don't have the best.
I'm not really sure why Ziggy's here. He's not really... Can't really contribute a whole
I think he
lot.
has to be with the axe dead.
Can't do anything
Crystal
now.
Maiden.
Well, they are gonna still go for these tier 4s. Just gonna go for the win. And
God, that
the lucky shot.
Takes Tar down by half, Ziggy down to a quarter.
I do have to say, apparently I was wrong about the Pangolier. Would not have expected that shifting Pango to mid would make him a better hero, but it does definitely feel that way as, ooh. Goodbye, Necro. We hardly knew ye. And now, actually, the silence onto the AM, the stun as well. Another lucky shot, the silence. Can he get a blink away? No, it's the silence at the last second, and the Obi wins it. He's just dead. Another bash onto the Zeus here. Yep, he is dead. He does not have a buyback. Yeah, this is just over.
Dire's middle tower.
The mid laners for Glorttt tonight have died 3 times and have, I think, 30 kills. They have played so well. I'm ridiculously impressed with what we've seen. LSC, they cruised to some victories last week, and I think the week before that as well.
Yeah, I think, they had 2 pretty handedly wins.
Yeah, I thought this would be a really close series, but Glorttt came out punching, and very impressed with what I saw.
Yeah, they're oof. Man, that Lifestealer did work even in that game. I mean, he wasn't as like team fighty just because like the way that they played it, but look at that, 15k of net worth for a Lifestealer. Ziggy did well on farming. It's just, you know, AM takes items. Got to progress that AM build.
Yeah, you just have to have a way to protect him, and they didn't. I didn't really feel like they did.
Yeah, solo down. I don't know, like solo support up there. The solo CM just not nearly strong enough, especially against 2 super tanky offlaners like that. Like, not nearly enough for protection.
Well, very fun series. Very glad we were here tonight. Guys, it was a pleasure as always. We will be back next Thursday for some more AD2L action. We hope all of our viewers will see us then.